Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to a new update of Miners Haven. Most of you've seen it already. And I'm broadcasting this one live streaming it. A new end game setup. In other words, if you are getting towards the end of life one, your very first life in Miners Haven, and you want to rebirth, then this is the setup you are going to need. That's the one everybody's working towards. So, some of you have already seen my other endgame setup. I do it slightly differently. And it's very much the start of the same kind of one, except that we now have a few newer items. Let me just see if there's anybody on the chat with me. Okay. Right, so, oh, come on. Why is it not active? There we go. So again, we are starting, and I'm using the two, hi John. Let me just say hi. YouTube. Say hi, John. Say hi to YouTube. So I am using radium and unobtainium. Now remember, you can use painite as well. Okay. And we basically are running the same kind of setup as the previous ones. There are just a few extra tricks that I use. So you're running through cursed ore purifiers, excuse me. And then when we get here, before the Freon blast upgraders, I just put my conveyors one block off center. Because then, when you get here, most of your ore are being channeled bang in the center. It's just some of them gets pushed out to the side. Remember, you must put a conveyor wall in there and one here. This actually just stops the ores, that you see that one there, banging there? Just stops them falling off there. Some of the ores that get pushed on the inside. Okay, you'll see some of them bang against that there now, and then the same thing happens here. Okay, the other thing I'm doing, you'll see there aren't that many ores there. I'm running just a radium mine and 2 unobtainiums and no replicator. Okay, no replicator. Why not? Because we're going to be replicating later, and this is the difference. So we're running through 10 cursed ore purifiers, and then we run freons until they start blinking. Okay, we run freons till here. You'll see the freons start blinking, and when they start blinking, they don't do anything. So I just put in a couple extra, and then I stop. And then, whoa, blue box. Sauce John. Socks. So, sorry. Okay, so, and then what I do, and this is to combat a few things, because remember, lag is our enemy, and lag will stop us from being able to actually get full value out of the ore. So I always combat lag, and you'll see my ore limit is well below. All right, and I can even destroy the ores, and because there are a few lying about, and it'll be much lower. And then what we do is I replicate right here before they fall into the Schrodinger's, into the shreds. Yeah. So all of that is to combat lag and to get full value out of the ore. Now, yes, I know a lot of you will say, yeah, but you should rather replicate after this. Yeah, but more ore is also going to get me higher values rather than taking ore that have been through this. I've proven this over again. I get the same kind of value, but because I get more ore, I get a lot more ore coming through. And a lot of those ores will be lucky ores. So here we go. We're running into 10 Schrodingers. And then I always put these walls up here. to catch the ore, because a lot of it will fly out, and all these make sure that none of the ore escape. Okay, unless they're going to disappear, obviously. But there you go. So from the Schrodinger's into 3, now it's gone dark, into 3 orbital upgraders, and then 30 portables. All right, and then let me put some light on the subject so you guys can see, properly see what's going on. Which light shall we use? Whoop, come on, don't jump around. Rotate. Put one there. Yeah, and one there. And maybe I'll put one over there too. Okay. Right, so all of that is very similar, is the same as before. And remember, if you have better upgraders or better ore, then you don't need the cursed and the freons. Right? You can run this thing on something like a rainbow mine too. If you have rainbow ore, that ore goes up to 10,000, so you don't need all of that. The cursed adds 40,000, so you'll need some freons perhaps. And then let John go and get that one. Go get it, John. John Barr is with me. We play it together a lot of times. And so you can use all kinds of different ores. So use your head. The point is, before it reaches the Schrodinger's, the freons must flash. And it must reach its full potential. And don't put in any more upgraders before your Schrodinger's. Because the thing is, we don't want to waste upgraders before a Schrodinger to push up an ore's value. Because the Schrodinger's, remember, go up and down. And you're going to get lucky ore that come out of there way high. So you want to take those and upgrade it. So never waste an upgrader before a Schrodinger. All right, so here we go. We've got all the portables down here, 30 of them. Remember, 30 max, no more than that. There are 10 Schrodingers, Schrods. Don't go more than 10 unless you really have to. Okay, 10, 12 max. But there is space for this. And then here comes the trick, because we now have a new little upgrader, isn't it? An ore zapper. It says it's a raised upgrader that increases the value of an ore by 25% up to 3 times with no cash limit. Now that's quite important. No cash limit. In other words, the ore can be as valuable as it wants, and this thing is happy with it. And still going to upgrade it 25%. That's important. So how do we use them? Well, if you look at it and you place it down, it's very narrow. Yeah? It's much narrower than our conveyors. So what do we do? Oh, all right, guys, here we go. Let's finish this right. Okay, so what do? We get a mini ramp, right? We go and get a mini ramp. I've got a few here. And we put a mini ramp on a turn. Now, notice why I put the mini ramp on the turn. You'll see that the ore, when the ore turns, it stays very close to this edge here. Okay, so it's on the one side of the ramp. And it needs to be a ramp because it needs to go up, because this is a raised upgrader. So we do it on a turn. And where is our raised upgrader now? I can't find it. You know when you're looking for something and you can't see it? And it's right in front of you? There, right at the bottom. Okay, here we go. So, there, we place it there. And the ore is on the one side, drops onto it, and off it goes. No problem whatsoever. So do it on a turn with a little raised conveyor so that you don't have to channel the ore. It gets channeled all by itself. Okay, and these are 25% each, right? So, and remember, it's exponential, so 25% of 25% of 25% every time. And then, like usual, I always run it through 3 flaming or scanners, and then into a furnace. And the furnace, ideally at this stage, you must have bought yourself or on your way to buy a shrine of penitence. And this thing gives up to tens of quadrillions. Okay? You'll see them go. Watch the cash. 13.5 quadrillion straight away. There we go. Straight away. Okay, now you will also get lower ore. Remember, some ore like that one came through in only a few thousand. It's fine. But that's the thing with Schrodinger, is you must use patience, because you will get lucky ores, and those ores will surprise you. Okay, but we're not finished with this setup. Yes, there's the setup right as it is now, and it works. Okay, whoop. Hello. Okay, so you've got the basic new rebirth or endgame setup. Okay, and this is Jouhaan's endgame setup. This is my own design with that replicator where it is there. But now there's more, you know, and I've gone and just gone out from the idea of what if you have no money and no luck. I always do that. I say, what about the guys that don't have any money, don't have any luck? Because you have to think about them as well. You know, I didn't get any other upgraders or anything like that. Can I still do it? Yes, you can. There is setup. There's another quadrillion in there. Okay, so look at that. Waiting for a nice one to come through, and then I will, there's 1.7 quadrillion, and it 2.2 quadrillion, and it will jump. I mean, we've gone now in just this little bit of time I've been talking, gone up to 24.3 quadrillion. So it's gonna get you there, definitely. And it does jump in tens. It will jump in tens pretty soon. So you're not gonna, and I know I've said, guys, just be patient. It's gonna go. There, 91.8 quadrillion. My words weren't even cold. And it went from 20, what was it, 23, all the way to 91.8 quadrillion. That's what you're looking for. Something that's going to surprise you quite quickly. Now, if you get a few of those, now, and remember, we've not even been waiting for 5 minutes. Okay? So, but we can increase this. We can do more with it, because I was assuming, saying, look, let's assume that whoever is going to be using this setup does not have other upgraders. But we do. We do have other upgraders. We have upgraders like our Pro upgraders, right? The ones that you earn or can find in boxes, and that you can even buy them. These ones, professional upgraders, right? There they are. Okay, so you can get more upgraders. Where are they? There we go. There's your professional upgrader. Yes, it costs a lot, but you can get these in boxes, or you can get them in even regular boxes just for the day. Okay, so all is not lost. So let's assume you have a few of these. So what do you do then? Well, you add them after this lot, before your flames. Okay, I'm just going to give that one a chance to go through. Right. Because every little bit helps. And remember, 4 pros in a row, max. If you want more, you have to have a Tesla in between them to reset the ore. So there we go, 4 pros. And our flaming scanners, 1, 2, 3. Come on. Clickety click. And the Shrine of Penitence again. And let's see what that does now. Here's a few quadrillion. Whoops, go on. And if you have other upgraders, remember they can also go in, excuse me, always go and have a look at what the maximum value for an upgrader is. Don't just use it, put it in the right place. You know, some upgraders only go up to a certain value. That's why we put the freons at the beginning, because the freon only goes up to 400,000. And then it stops upgrading. 1.16 mil. Now we're getting a few really low value ores coming through, but that's fine. Lord John. Shout out to John, by the way, and shout out to Angel Warfare on the chat in YouTube. He says, "Where is Catty Mouse? They want to say hi." She's busy watching a video, actually. She's watching Dan TDM. Are you watching Dan TDM? Say hi to everyone. Can you hear me with the earphones on? Okay. No, there she is, guys. Oh, there's Scary Cool, Dan TDM. You're not shy. Come on, don't be bashful now. Now she's acting all shy. Cool. Any questions, guys, by the way, while we're here? Yeah, and as you can see, we have a little bit, there we had a jump. I was just about to say we have a little bit of a wait before we'll see some action, and then it happened again. Oops, all stuck. What's going on? Oh, come on, there we go. Moving again. Scary cool. So, that's pretty much what we can do. And then, if you are like Extreme Dude this afternoon, he is on life 4, but he's got almost nothing. All right, it's the same setup. It's the same setup, guys. Whatever you then have, you can just add to this. But you're going to have to be patient and just run the same setup again, because it'll only be for a few lives. All right, so you just add, if you get an upgrader, just add like a quantum. Just add the quantum onto this, or a catalyst, just add it onto this. Or a big bad blaster, and let me tell you, a big bad blaster can make a massive difference to this. And then obviously, guys get different furnaces. You can get a Frozen, for example, or a Dreamer's Might, and they are more powerful than a Shrine of Penitence, and that again increases your yield. So everything counts. Let me put in a big bad blaster so you guys can see. If you are on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th life and you still don't have much, and you might have a big bad blaster. Then what you do is you either add the big bad blaster here, which is where I normally would put it, or here at the end. Yeah. And here comes our ore. That one exploded. There we go. And normally what I'd do is I'd add an extra conveyor in just before the flaming ore scanners and put the blasters there if I have them. And I ran that for quite a while. Next thing I will show on the next broadcast is the setup after this one. In other words, the one without any freons and without cursed or purifiers. And then the next one would be without portable or advances. And I'm thinking of maybe what I should do is do a stream tomorrow afternoon my time, which is a lot of you are in the USA, that's in the morning your time, is do a stream where I just do a whole bunch of different setups. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a good idea? Would you like me to do that? Just do a stream with a whole bunch of different setups. Just keep on going and changing the setups. You know, leave this one and then change this one and then carry on from there. So if you want to let me know in the chat or on Roblox. You can even direct message me. I don't mind. And if you have any questions or you want to see something specific, give me a shout. Let me know if there are things that you want to see. I'm also working on showing guys different tricks of how to do specific things. You know, it's the tricks, I mean, like at the end of the cursed, where it goes into the freons, how to do easy ones, because there are setups where this is really all very intricate to get this here, and they use the conveyor converter, and you don't really need that. I mean, look at this, that works. Yes, you get the odd ore that misses, but that doesn't matter. 95% of the ore hit the center of the freons, and it's nothing. It's merely this basic conveyor being off center. So that's a little trick. So I'm working on a series where we are looking at little tricks on how to do things. If you catch me in the servers and you want to show me a trick, please do, and we'll put it up and I'll give you the credit. If it's, you know, especially if it's your own thing. But I always say, if it's not yours, I'll tell everybody who showed me. You know, so if you want to see something or you want to share a trick, or just let me know. And like I said, you can direct message me either in Roblox or on Twitter or on YouTube. I read all messages. Oh, I see we've got a bit of a thing. What's going on there? How did those end up there? Look at that. How did unobtainium end up on top of the radium mine? What? Yeah, no. What?
It looks cool though.
It does, but how did that happen? Anyway. We're going to pulse it. Maybe I should open my boxes with you guys watching. Maybe my luck will change. And I'll have better luck. Because I've only got one vintage item in all the time I've been playing. Just one, another orbital. Only one vintage, and that's the Old Faithful, which is really cool because if I had to pick a vintage, I would have picked the Old Faithful because I'm into steampunk, you know, and that Old Faithful is very, very steampunky. And I have just received a whole bunch of Dr. Perez's. We will have one to finish this off, shall we? And I need to open my Unreal box. Let's see if I get anything. I'm not going to use the code on an Unreal box. I will use that on an Inferno box. Oh, come on. You see? How many of those rainbow mines I have? Gee. Let's see. How many do I have? Where are they? Where are the no, there. Nine rainbow mines. Oh, I did get something really nice on Rebirth. This is a Rebirth item. And that is this mine. The atomium mine. Looks like a gumball machine, yeah? It apparently expands atoms, yeah? So there we go. That is a cool mine. I like it. And the ore is very valuable. We don't know exactly how much, but it's a lot. I'll wait until it shows up on the wiki, because I haven't found it on the wiki yet, or the wikia. Time for a Dr. Bereza. Oh, I'm falling apart. All right. I'm crazy.
Why did you drink one of those potions? Why did you drink one of
Just
those
the Dr.
potions?
Berezas.
Whoa!
Cool. Whoa, did you see me explode?
You see, you're so crazy. You're going all over the place.
Oh no.
That is just super crazy.
Yeah, I know. John said, make a drop in normal fences and it will show the value of the. Yeah, I know. But it varies. It's like a Newtonian mine where the Newtonian varies between 1 and 5 billion. And I'm not sure what this varies between, because you can look at it and go, yeah, it's got that and that, but and I was watching it this morning. You see there's 20 billion and 4.7 billion, 7 billion, 10 billion, 6 billion, so 13 and so forth. But what is the top and what is the bottom value, I'm not sure. So I'd rather just wait until I know exactly what it is from the sources. But yeah, anything between, it looks like 5 and 20 billion, which is cool. Very nice for a Rebirth setup. Jombar. You are legless, buddy.
Legless?
And armless. He's legless and armless. How are you balancing, mate? How are you even balancing there?
No.
Should we do 2?
He
should have just stayed. I wanted to see how he's doing it with one leg. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Please like the videos and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.